Today we're looking at a Whirlpool dryer model LEV 7644AWO. The problem is it runs, but it does not make any heat. All it does is air fluff. Make sure we're not on the air fluff setting, and we're gonna start to take some things apart here. We'll make sure we have enough space with our dryer vent to pull that out. Looks like we do. Next, we'll unplug the power and we'll disconnect the vent right down there with the screwdriver. With those out of the way, we'll use a 1/4-inch drive and unscrew each of these sheet metal screws. This is the back of the illustrious dryer. A little dryer 101 here, which I learned in the last couple days. Fresh air comes from here. Inside there are these coils that heats things up when it's working. Then the air goes in the drum, it tumbles, and then the air comes back out here. There's the blower that kind of forces the air out, and it comes out, hopefully outside your house. That's how it's supposed to work. When you have this problem, the first things folks on the internet tell you to do is to check this. This is a thermal fuse. If this area gets too full, clogged up, and it gets too hot, that thing breaks, boils over, and it doesn't work anywhere. We're going to test to make sure that's okay. Get out your fancy voltmeter, set it to ohms, the lowest ohm setting. Mine is times 10. And make sure it works. You cross these together and whoosh, it goes all the way to 0 ohms. That means that it makes a connection. Connectivity. So with one wire disconnected, I'm going to put one lead here, one lead there. And yay there, I have connectivity. So there's nothing wrong with my thermal fuse. That's when I said darn, because the thermal fuse is an easy fix. The next thing to do is the cycling maybe thermostat. This controls when it controls the temperature of when the heating element is going to be on and off. So I'm going to check connectivity again, and I have connectivity, as I should, up until about 160 degrees. So that's not the problem. The next thing to do is to check the heating element. So a heating element will not have 0 connectivity because there's some resistance in there, but it should be kind of close, but it shouldn't be infinity, which means no connectivity. So it looks like there's no connectivity at all, so it looks like the problem is with my heating element. To see how to take out that heating element is going to help to have this front cover off. So what you do is you take a flathead screwdriver, you go in about here, you wedge it up at the top, you kind of push down, and it should pop out a little bit. Do the same thing on the other side. You can see how this part is connected in. We're going to take it off, but remember how it was put in there so you can attach it later. Looking at the front of the dryer, look way in there, and if I zoom in, you'll see one screw, and of course you have to come in at an angle to get to it. That's the screw we have to loosen right there in the middle to get to the heating element. Once that screw's off, the heating element's ready to come out. You can pull it, oh wait, detach these leads. You can pull it part of the way down. I'm up here on a plastic case, but that's still not enough. I'm gonna have to lift up the dryer about 6 more inches just to get enough clearance to get the heating element out. Here's the heating element. The 240 volts comes across here and heats up all these coils to heat the air as it comes in. And here's my problem. Mine is broken right there. So that's why I need a new heating element. Here's my brand new heating element. $20 later, thank you Amazon.com. And no gaps, no breaks. Brand new. So I adjusted my ohms adjust, so I'm right at 0. My little dial here. So it's right at 0. Let's go across these leads, and we get just a little under that. So now it's time to put in my brand new heating element. So again, I'll lift up the heater and the dryer, and I'll insert this thing, and I'll make sure that my leads are coming out the right way, just where they need to be. I ended up using the closed end of a small wrench because it doesn't line up with that hole up there to get that screw finally nice and tight. And yes indeed, it is solidly in there. Don't want that thing falling out. Alright, I've connected my leads back up. I make sure everything's connected. Nice good solid connections all over. These were kind of falling apart. I ended up putting new, okay, not there. I put new tape around those. Good time to clean out the ductwork. Make sure it's nice and clean. Look how clean my wife made that. Excellent. We're about ready to put the parts together again and plug it back in so we can test it. And here it is, ready to go. Running like a dream. Nice and warm. Everything's settled down there. Working great.